breaking news coming in now amid the hostilities between Hamas forces and Israel. Now Hamas has threatened to kill captives, ladies and gentlemen. That is the directive coming in from the terrorist body, the Hamas. It has said if Israel continues its attacks, the Hamas group says it will begin executing Israeli civilian captives if Israel targets civilians in the counter-offensive. That is the big piece of breaking news that's coming in, where a huge threat coming in from the Hamas terrorists. They are saying that if Israel continues the counter-offensive, where it is bombing Hamas assets as well as the entire Hamas infrastructure in the Gaza Strip, the Hamas terrorist organization will execute Israeli citizens it has taken captive in its first offensive against Israel. So that is the threat that has come in from the Hamas terror group. I'm joined by my colleague Abhishek Jha on the broadcast, who's to decode the situation on the ground. Abhishek, this was along expected lines as Israel mounted the pressure in its counter-offensive that the Hamas group would be executing Israeli citizens. But at the same time, what we are also learning is that there are nationals from many other countries who have also been kidnapped by the Hamas terrorists. And that really complicates the entire global response to the situation unfolding in Israel.
Well, Ayushman, we see that Hamas is also defying all the threats and intimidation by Israeli forces of counteroffensive and very aggressive action against Hamas militants. They have been saying that all the action that Israelis are going to do will be reciprocated, and they have also, kind of announced that there is going to be more barbaric, execution of Israeli people from Hamas side. We have seen today also when there was a burial ceremony happening for 20-year-old British Israeli soldier in Jerusalem. There was this sirens which went off, threatening expecting bombs or rockets falling on the region. So entire Israel, we have seen Ashkelon, another city not like few hundred kilometers from Tel Aviv, that was also targeted today with a lot of rockets falling in the city. So clearly the situation is very volatile. We have seen Israeli forces trying to defend themselves, Israeli Iron Dome working and failing at times. But the offensive from Hamas militants continues unabated, despite Israel trying to, contain a lot of them at the borders. But yes, the threat is looming large on Israeli side as well, while Hamas is kind of getting more emboldened with certain backing also coming from Lebanon, from Hezbollah, and a tacit support that Israeli authorities claim is also coming from the Iranian side.
Absolutely. This conflict will only get worse before it ends. Thank you, Abhishek, for getting us that piece of breaking news. Now let's listen into more reactions coming in.
A very, very hard 24 hours. Unprecedented event. We were attacked with a combined offensive by Hamas yesterday, by surprise. Not only by the traditional rounds that we've had for years with Hamas. And again, we've been talking about Hamas for years. They attacked us in the ground, in the air, and also through the sea. And they didn't go for military targets. They went for civilians. This event is still unfolding. The numbers are unprecedented. We are going to respond very, very severely to this. We're also looking at the north. There's been some unrest this morning in the north. I hope Hezbollah and Iran don't do the mistake of joining in.